Hello! Hey guys, what's up? Alan here. We're doing another overview video, and this time we're doing one over Drift Corner Grand Prix Round 3 in Latvia, Riga. Um, yeah, so Drift Corner Grand Prix is another esports drift event that I compete in, and the difference between Drift Corner and other um, esports kind of drift competitions is that DCGP or Drift Corner Grand Prix, everyone's running, the same car. So while the cars look different, um, they all have the same physics. They all run the same tire, the same engine, the same gearbox. So it's really just about who can create the best setup and who's the best driver ultimately. Um, Last season, I managed to finish second in this championship, and I missed two events. And I think every single event that I did compete in, I managed to get a podium spot. So I was pretty happy with my performance last year. This year, however, the number of events has reduced. So, if you miss an event or two, you're kind of screwed because the amount of points that you need to gather up, essentially, you need to be there for every single event if you want to get a very, very good result at the end of the year. So, fortunately, none of my dates have clashed with Drift Corner this season, mainly because they're now following the Drift Masters Championship and they're going a week beforehand. The first two rounds for me. So the first round I was possibly going to miss, but I managed to make it, and I got two practice laps, and I managed to finish third overall. The second round, and that was at Pwask. Yeah, it's Pwask, isn't it? Yeah. Second round was at Trackwood in Hungary. And again, I kind of messed up. I ended up finishing top 8. I think I finished like 6th or something overall. And I was pretty happy with that. However, again, if you want to get a very good result at the end of the year, you need to be top 4 all the time. So now heading into round 3, and so we've now finished round 3, and this time was at Latvia, Riga, Bikernieki. And yeah, this track is it's a huge favorite for a lot of drivers in Europe, especially. They're really enjoying this track. So yeah, looking forward to, well, I ended up finishing quite high. So let's run you through the whole event, and yeah, let's see how it go. So we're going to start it right now. So this was qualifying. Um, for this run, I just wanted to do what the judges asked, which was hit all your marks, get decent angle, and this run ended up getting me a 90.1, I believe. This was the second run, which put me in the second position for qualifying. First was a 93 or something, and third was a 90.05. So I only got second place by 0.5 of a point. So for top 32, we went up against Adrian Ziba, I believe. And yeah, Adrian's been competing against Adrian now in Drift Corner for a while, and I think it's the first time we've met in battle action. So my lead run here, just doing the best that I could do, my best lead run, doing what the judges asked, and yeah, I think I had a nice advantage after this. Adrian just didn't really have the proximity, and his line he wasn't following my line essentially. So for my chase run, I just did the best job I could do. I didn't want to go 100% because I didn't feel it was needed. I didn't feel like I needed to. If you might have seen there, Adrian missed the first zone completely. So I knew after that all I had to do was just do a good chase run and just hit all my marks and just not let him get away from me. So that's what I did, and yeah, it seemed to work out. And we ended up moving on to top 16. For top 16, we were up against Frenchman Jeremy Clad. And I've known Jeremy for quite a while now. We've competed like a lot against each other over the years, and yeah, just same lead run again. Just try and hit all my marks, do the best job that I can. I had a slightly mistake on outside one on my lead run, outside clip zone one. I kind of pretty much missed the whole zone. So for my chase run, I kind of knew I had to go kind of hard. So initiated here beside him. Jeremy had a big mistake on entry there, and it resulted in contact because he had to reinitiate again. But I stayed with him all the way to the end here, just trying to stay as close as possible without trying to throw myself out of the battle. And yeah, crossing the line here, I don't know what was going wrong with me, but I just hit the wall and straightened across the line, and so it warranted it one more time. So yeah, they ended up warranting it one more time, and So we move on to our one more time battle versus Jeremy, and yeah, just trying to do the same lead run I did all day again. And you see there, Jeremy threw it in hard behind me, and unfortunately made a slight mistake there. And at that point, I managed to put a bit of a gap, but Jeremy managed to close it back up again, coming up to the end of the circuit here. And then he made a big dive here and clips the front of my car. Didn't really upset me too much, but he ended up over-rotating and crossing the line. So now head into the second half of that one more time battle, and I didn't know that Jeremy actually over-rotated crossing the line. I knew he hit me, but I didn't know he over-rotated. As you can see, Jeremy barely makes the outside zone 1, transitions to inner 1 here, and I ended up aggressively chasing him up at this point. I probably didn't really need to. He's probably on a 0 at this point. Then Jeremy unfortunately over-rotates heading into the last sector of the track, and yeah, that was it. I ended up hitting him and I ended up getting the win. So we're just watching through some onboard footage here, or on-car footage. So you see, over-rotates. I had nowhere to go, only but to hit him. Typical game fashion, I just reset back to pits. So, top 8 battle versus Maciek Halun, I believe. And he's from Poland. So, launch it in on entry again. Try to do the best lead line I possibly can. Transition again. Oh, put a wheel on the curb there, but it's not the end of the world. Maciek's right there. He's after closing up the gap here into the last sector of the track. And across the line we go, and I have a small bit of a gap on him, so it's probably a very even run there. So I wanted to put in a very good chase run if possible. Best chase run if possible, and initiate hard here, right on his door, well, bumper anyway. And just trying to not get too close. I didn't want to get too close and risk getting myself caught on a part of the... Maciek makes a mistake there actually. And we're across the line here. Yes, I think it was an okay chase run for myself, and it was enough to warrant the win. Move on to the top 4 versus a very familiar face of Brian Egan. Brian is an IDC pro driver like myself. Drives the Deadlift R32 Skyline, probably the lowest car on the grid. And yeah, Brian's been competing in Drift Corner actually longer than myself. So he's just one of those guys that's been chugging away at it for a period of time. Makes a huge mistake there, hits one of the water barriers that are actually solid. And I saw that in my mirror, so I knew that I had a 10-0 advantage. I didn't need to drive too hard. But I still drove hard anyway, and yeah, chased him through the first half of the track here. Nice proximity, not trying to get too close, trying to just stay with him. And I think I did an okay job up to this point, and for some reason I attacked a lot in the last corner here, tapped him on the rear bumper and essentially straightened up Brian, and he ended up hitting the wall. So we went one more time. Yeah, so I don't know what I was thinking. This seems to be a common thing for this event for me, is just making silly mistakes behind people, which ended up making it go one more time. So yeah, we ended up going one more time, doing my lead run again. Seems a pretty decent lead run. Brian makes a big dive into the last corner here, and that was definitely Brian's better chase run. His first chase run was okay up to the point he crashed, and then that one was much better. So this time was much harder for myself, so I had to throw it in hard behind them. And up until here, I think Brian probably had an advantage over me. My proximity wasn't great. Brian was much closer to this half of the track. Then transitioning here, he makes it over-rotates quite dramatically, messes both of us up, and I think that's what essentially gave me the win. Otherwise, I think Brian had done enough in his chase run up until the point that he made that mistake to have an advantage over me. So we now move into our final versus Christoph Rapina, and this is a common scene from last season between the two of us. And yeah, Ken is just all over me here, couldn't shake him a bit. Just doing the same lead run I was doing all night, and I think Christopher was aware of that, because yeah, he just stuck it to me. So now head into my chase run, and we leave the line. And again, Christoph is the guy, his last season's champion, and I've managed to take a few events over him, but as you can see here, he's ever put like a small bit of a gap over me here, which is kind of put me on edge a small bit. I knew I had to make it back up and make a small bit of contact here in transition, and then I just decided to dive bomb him and just see what happened, and it ended up crashing into him, of course. And so Ken ended up getting, or Christoph ended up getting the win. And looking back at the footage, I probably could have gone it one more time if I didn't do that dive bomb. It was definitely in Christoph's favour. Tapped him there on transition, as you can see, and then I just do a huge dive bomb just to try and see if I could do something at least to try and make back any advantage in my favour. But I was just way too aggressive. You can see from my point of view, this is what I would see when I'm driving the car. Right there, look, he pulls a bit of a gap here, and this is what put me on edge. I was like, I have to catch up, I have to catch up. Transition here, give him a small bit of a tap here. Again, put me on edge even more, so I was like, yeah, whatever, just throw it in hard and see what happens. And it didn't really work out at all. But look, you can't, you know, you just have to try sometimes, and I tried and it didn't really work out. But yeah, it was a great battle with Ken there at the end, and yeah, hopefully we'll do some more stuff like that in the future with him. I need to work on my consistency in battles and knowing when to attack and when not to attack. It's something that this season I've messed up a lot on. I suppose it doesn't help between going two different types of drift cars in the game. So I'm going between my Virtual Drift Championship S14 to the Drift Corner Grand Prix S14. They're actually two different types of cars completely underneath. So um, different power bands, different steering angle, different suspension, different amounts of grip, different tires. So I definitely spend more time on the Drift Corner Grand Prix S14 and make sure I get enough seat time under my belt to not make silly mistakes and just to be comfortable with the car. So yeah, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, catch you guys very, very soon for the next event, which will be Virtual Drift Corner, Virtual Drift, Virtual Drift Corner, Virtual Drift Championship round. Is it 8 at Road Atlanta, and that'll be this coming weekend, so I'll hopefully have a video up of that very, very soon also. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. That was sick, wasn't it? That was so cool. See the way I did that, like. Okay, turn this off. Hey, turn off.